Hello, and welcome back to the Cooper Villa podcast. I'm Scott Cooper, and we are back to talk about Aston Villa versus Norwich City. 3 points for the Villans. We're back in winning ways, and we're talking about all of that after this. Okay, so yes, we were back at Villa Park, home match versus Dean Smith's Norwich City. They were coming to Villa Park knowing that if they didn't get anything from the game, they would be relegated. And Tommy, that's exactly what happened. We sent them down. I feel a bit sad for Dino, but it's a win that we needed.
I feel like everything was just in sync. The Watkins and Ings show was in action. Goal apiece probably did them both the world of confidence. I think Ings was crying, if I was correct. What else was there? Mings was superb. Iroegbunam, I think, racked up another 1 or 2 points. Just the general consensus from a lot of Villa fan feedback. Clean sheet. Just everything was rocking at Villa Park. I did see, funny enough, when Villa players were leaving, they all went and gave Dean Smith. He was giving all the Villa players hugs and then just handshaking the Norwich players. I found that pretty funny.
Oh, right.
Everyone's got a soft spot for him. Yeah, I don't know if you can pull it up, but he's just like to the Norwich game, good game. Villa players, he's like big hug to each player that walked past. The likes of Ramsey and a few others just really, bringing it in and showing the love. I think he clapped the Villa fans off as they were chanting out Dino. He's always got a special place at Villa. Just, I think, a string of unfortunate events with injuries and matches and just the team not gelling as quick as he probably would have liked. And, I think we'll say it's a lack of preseason, but there's probably some other things. But, still love Dino. He's a Villa legend. Wouldn't be here without him. Great result for the club nonetheless.
That's it. It wasn't the greatest performance. I think we still look a bit disjointed going forward. We're not really finding each other, with passes and things like that. And, guys like Bailey and that, I think, had poor games. But, the defense was solid. And,
Chambers returns and we keep a clean sheet.
That's it. I think he's probably going to stay there for the rest of the season now, hopefully. And, Lucas being back as well was a big in for us.
Yes.
And Timmy Iroegbunam did really well. There was a few times that he sort of went in and out the game. I felt a little bit, but
it's going to have nerves when you're young.
Exactly. Like, we can't expect him to be a world beater on his debut, and I thought he was great.
West Brom would be spewing, and second of all, we are really breeding some good talent. Ramsey and now Tim, and we still talk about Chucky and Philogene Badace to come into the mold. And I think we said we've got to throw some kids in the mix, and I'd always thought it would be Chucky or someone, maybe even Archer, or definitely Archer when he returns. And then Iroegbunam's just come out of nowhere, and he's really shining. So, like I said, we've got some gems in that youth team, and looks like Gerrard and then the rest of the coaching staff must be paying strict attention, because Iroegbunam for me just came out of nowhere and 2 really good performances, solid performances. And, the position he's playing at his age, you've got to be a bit of a hard nutter. And usually when you sign that kind of position, it's someone who's probably mid to late 20s, maybe even early 30s, bit of steel to reinforce that midfield. But Tim's holding his ground, and I give him full credit. He's a tough cookie.
He's a big boy. And, he threw his weight around quite a bit in that, especially in that first half. And, I think he's got to be happy with the way he played. And I think Gerrard, echoed those sentiments after the game in the post-match interview. I don't think he was very happy with the actual performance, Gerrard. And I think, Norwich had a few chances. There was that one save from Emmy, from Rashida, who we were linked with.
I don't want to go to Villa because they're in a relegation battle, and then signs for Norwich and, ultimately set them down. So
we got them relegated. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's funny how irony works like that. But they had a header as well, I think, from Brandon Williams that went over the bar. But apart from that, I think, the goal before halftime from Ollie was key, obviously. I think that settled us down. and it was a brilliant goal. His first, it was Ings had just come on for Bailey, and he played that 60-yard ball to Watkins. Great touch with his head just to knock it into an area where he could get to it first, and then Williams slips over and he puts it in the back of the net. It was great for him, and it was I think
guy his size, I think he's taken a touch and he's done like an in and out and an extra touch, and the way he's taken the extra touch in about half a second just gave him about a meter, and then I think it took a fortuitous deflection and kind of found the back of that. But hey, we'll take it. It's on target, and Ollie, I'm really happy for Ollie and even Ingsy. I just hope this can somewhat spur just a good finish to the season.
That's it, and I hope that Ollie and Ings get some more playing time together, because I think I think they're better than Bailey or some of the other options we have at the moment to play in that sort of front line. So no, it was really good from them too, and I think Ollie Watkins was most people's man of the match. I think the work rate, the pressing, the sort of stuff that we were used to seeing maybe last season from Ollie, we're starting to really see it again, and that can only be positive moving to next season.
Yeah, better late than never. And Ings was leading the forward line by himself. Ollie sustained a pretty niggly injury start of the season, and I just don't think he's really found his feet. So look, if you can finish strong, we just rebuild and then take that into next season. We know Gerard's got a plan, and we've got to stick with him. Irrespective of a bit of inconsistency and string of results. Sometimes we ride that wave of momentum. We can string together 2-3 consecutive wins, and unfortunately, we're on the receiving end of that with the losses as well. So got to ride it out, I think, end of the season. And I think you said it a while ago, to give the kids a chance and just see what else there is. Sometimes you don't need to buy. You can just build or breed what you've already got. And definitely got some talent lurking in the other youth system.
Yeah, we definitely do. I think when Bailey went down injured, there was some vision of Traore and Chukwuemeka being told to warm up, and the look on their faces was like, you're not going to bring me on. They were sort of, I don't think they're too happy, and I'm not sure. Yeah,
and that's not what you Chucky. There's always speculation of Man City and going elsewhere. So I felt like he was getting the run, and then just disappeared. So I'm not saying I miss Dino, but I know Dino probably would have gone with the kids because he's all about breeding, young talent. And
there must be an attitude problem there, I think, with Chucky.
Well, just like for rumors to even surface about him leaving, I said there's got to be something on his end. Someone's definitely driving that conversation from his side.
Yeah, I think he's probably already got one foot out the door, but that's his loss, because I think when you see Iroegbunam, playing and Ramsey playing, we are a club that gives young players a chance. So I think it'll be a bad move for him, but we'll have to wait and see. We hit the post a couple of times too. There was Bailey's shot on his left peg. That was a nice shot, probably his only sort of real positive moment in the match. And then Danny Ings, when he came on, had that header that flashed just the back post.
But that's why we need him on. He's just got that poacher's instinct. And look, he's not young, but you got to have someone like him on the pitch. It's kind of like when we signed Darren Bent. This guy gets paid to win goals, and he finds himself in goal scoring positions. And like I said, if that went in, it's just a goal out of nothing. No other player can really do that. Ings is it's just natural for him. He's a natural finisher.
That's it. And he proved that in in injury time, the end of the game, when he got his goal. I think it's a better goal than it looks, because he judges, he's in an offside position, and he realizes something could drop here, and he gets himself back onside. Very smart play, and he's there to tuck it away.
Yep, spot on, Scott. And like I said, it's easy to just turn like that. Look, he's not young, and I thought he made that look pretty easy. And the goal didn't just, it wasn't fired heavy into the net. It was just this kind of soft, clinical finish. So that's what we brought him in to do, and it's not the first time he's done it. And certainly, I don't think it'll be the last time. I think I just want to also call out, I thought Buendia was really impressive when he came on. Everyone's been saying that, and I think Gerard said it's going to either be Buendia or Coutinho. So we have a real decision on it. We have one that's really patchy, and we have one that I think was really starting to find his feet. And, I think when we beat the likes of United earlier in the season, he was really dictating that play and just he was the one opening up everything. We definitely paid a big price tag for him too. So that's going to be a decision for Gerrard. Do we keep hold of Coutinho? If we're going to play him out of position, there's no point. I think we've got enough competition out wide. And if we're going to play him in the middle, cool. But I just think he's being wasted out wide as well.
Yeah, I do think that that is one of the biggest issues for Gerrard. If we do sign Coutinho next season, what do we do with Buendia? Because, yeah, I mean, he has said in the press that they can both play together, but then one of Ollie or Ings or Bailey, they can't all play. So
exactly. Are we playing two forwards? We're playing one forward. You can't change that every week. Every other team, like you said, your starting structure. You change it up if there's an injury. We can't be chopping and changing and dissecting the formation every week. It's just going to be too inconsistent. And then, you've got one forward hitting form, but then, Watkins probably fits a certain formation better than Ings. Why would you drop a forward that's in form? And also, forwards get paid to score. So if you've got two on the pitch where you think you've got a high chance of converting, just basic.
That's it. Yeah, very, very true. And I think that I heard something else in the Gerrard said in the press that I think will be music to our ears here at the Coup de Villa podcast, because we've been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks, is that next season when he brings in, I'm guessing, a defensive midfielder, he's going to let McGinn a bit more off the leash, and he wants to.
Does that sound like? Sorry, go on, Scott.
Yeah, he just wants to build the team around him and let him have a bit more freedom in that midfield.
Why not? This guy dominates for Scotland. He's picking up man of the match votes and scoring, and he's ambidextrous. He's both feet, so he can unlock a pass too. Just because he's not Brazilian doesn't mean he can't do it. And a lot of leadership. This guy's come up with Villa as well, so he's really ingrained in what we've been through, and he believes in that vision. I wouldn't be surprised if 50 million bids come from other clubs. He's got an engine in him. I think having him further up the pitch, just so much offensive pressure would actually allow to have maybe a bit more steel in that midfield. Sometimes we lack that. But does that also maybe signal that we won't sign Coutinho? I don't know, because then it'll either be McGinn or Buendia, and they're both capable of playing in that position. I'm not saying Coutinho is not better than all of them, but I think one thing I remember from his Liverpool days is he was patchy, scores the occasional screamer, bags a great assist, but it's not consistent. And I think that's always been a problem. And I think there must be something going on, because he was chopping and changing clubs between, I think, Barca, Bayern Munich, and then back to Barca. And they weren't playing him. It's like, why would you not play him if he's that good? Then he does well for Brazil occasionally. So again, there's just something going on with Coutinho. I don't know if it's a mental thing, just easy consistency. I think would be his main thing. If we signed any other so-called world-class player, you think they'd be a bit more consistent than that. Even if we're losing, typically a good player will stand out in the shit side.
Yeah, I mean, I think I feel for him a bit, because the team, the team has been disjointed, and that's not down to him necessarily. And in games that we've played well, he's played well.
And he's playing out of position. He's not an out wide player. He's got to be behind the forwards. I'd still love to see Coutinho, then Ings and Watkins in front of him. I think that, we've seen when he can pick some wicked passes, and I don't understand why we're not utilising him to the best of his ability.
That's it. So 3 points for Villa, well needed. It's been a long, long time. I don't remember the last time we felt like this. It feels like it's been almost a year since we won a game.
Wild.
And yeah, so looking forward to the Burnley match now. But I could see us getting beat in that game, to be honest. I think that Burnley obviously have it all to play for, and at Turf Moor we don't have a very good record there, so it's going to be a tough one.
I'm just going to go with the way things have been this season. I think if we win one, I think now we'll go on a bit of a streak, and then unfortunately there's no real draws in our season. It's either win or lose. So hopefully we've got a couple more wins, and then if we lose after that, as long as we know we're mathematically safe, as Lescott says, we've got nothing more to play for.
Well, we don't want to be taking any more hints from him. Thank you very much. But we'll go now to the other news, though, and we haven't had you on since it's been officially announced and confirmed that Aston Villa are coming to Australia. Tommy, what were your thoughts when you found out on Thursday?
Book your freaking tickets early, because it's going to be packed. So we'll I don't even know, maybe we can even do one post game.
We
in
will.
person.
We've got a few things lined up for the preseason tour, so don't worry about that. Yep.
No, I'm excited, mate. I think it's just more, we're a community at Villa. I've been watching this shit stain of a club for about 10 years. It's definitely a roller coaster, up and downs, but I think we're a big family. I've grown great relationships with people like yourself, Troy, Noah. We've essentially seen each other grow up the last 10, 15 years. And I remember you're one of the first people, even prior to making me an admin in the Villa Australia group. I just had a lot of love for you guys, and it'd just be great to see each other and, hopefully get a win as well against Leeds. Hopefully we don't have another Bamford, playing on when there's an injury incident. But apart from that, I think it'll be good. Leeds will definitely bring a following as well. I don't know. I found it pretty funny in one of the groups. A Leeds fan bought in the wrong section, so he's bought with the Villa fans. So he actually put in the Villa group. Someone accepted him, and he goes, "I just want to sell my tickets to 2 Villa fans. I've unfortunately bought in the wrong section." So I found it pretty funny. Just, a bit of a laugh between the clubs. Pre-game.
Yeah, we've had a few Villa guys that have done the same thing, accidentally bought tickets in the Leeds section as well. So maybe they can do some sort of swap there. But no, the tickets have been selling like gangbusters for the Brisbane game. The tickets for the Perth game go on sale tomorrow. So looking forward to that. And yeah,
Here's the luck. You got United, Barson.
Well, yeah, it is good, but it also means that tickets are going to go pretty fast for that game, I think. So we're going to have to get in there, and we're going to be. There'll probably be more United fans than us, so we'll have to be extra loud to just drown them out, I think.
I would have liked to verse this current United, but it looks like it's going to be Ten Hag United. So you never know. It seems like it's probably going to be a whole new starting 11, according to him.
It could be, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be any good. I still think why can't we beat them? It'd be great just to.
I think we've shown what can happen when your team doesn't gel quick enough.
That's it, and they've got a lot of problems. So it'll be a good occasion anyway. I'm looking forward to seeing Ronaldo on the pitch. It'd be nice to tick that off the bucket list and say I've seen him live, and but to see Villa, of course, is a dream, and even more so in some ways to catch up with all you guys is going to be amazing. Yeah. Like Brisbane especially is going to be mad, as that's the first game, and I think that's the one that probably most people are going to. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Hoop de Bris podcast, hey, could be on the card.
Oh, definitely. We'll have some footage from Brisbane. Definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, we'll wrap it up there. But just before we go, thank you for watching and liking the videos. Please check out our last video about the announcement on the tour. That's a good one. We're all very excited on that one. So make sure you like and subscribe. And just before we go, Tommy, give us a prediction for Burnley away on Saturday.
I can see us doing it, Scott. I think it'll be a 1-0 to Villa. I just think we've got a bit of momentum. We've got a clean sheet, so we'll carry it forward. I understand they've been picking up a bit of form. I'm also just going through YouTube in case, there's any people that we haven't shown some love to. So JK looks like a new follower. Welcome aboard. I think we've got 5. Briz Vegas, here we come. Linky seems like a new follower. Welcome aboard. And then it's just, the usual suspects, etc. Coxie and Co. But no, 1-0. I think we'll do 1-0.
All right, I'll say 3-2 to Villa. Why not? A bit of a crazy match.
But I don't know. Burnley are good, but I just can't seem like you never see the floodgates going. It's certainly low scoring and boring. But then again, I think Norwich, had a few really good goal scoring opportunities. However, these teams towards the bottom end of the table, they're the last ones you want to play towards this side of the season.
Well, that's it. And they've just changed managers as well, and he seems to be doing all right. He's picked up 12 out of 15 points or something.
Yeah. Do you remember years ago? I think Wigan done United on the last day, and I think they stayed up.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's always some crazy games towards the end of the year, and the Premier League, it's tight at the bottom and the top this year, so it should be some exciting football. But for Villa, it's basically just get to next season and play the kids, see what they're like, and then make some signings, and and then it'll all be happening here here in Australia for the preseason, and maybe we'll see some new signings.
Unreal, man. Like I said, I can't wait for it. And yeah, that's true. We haven't even thought about that. So see if Jared makes any early ones. Who do you think could be the sixth though? Like, we've been linked with Basuma, we've been linked with Phillips. I just think our recent, decline might see Phillips go elsewhere. I think if we're kind of competing for that maybe top 8 role, it might have been enticing, but you never know. He's a Leeds boy at heart. I don't know what's going on with Basuma's, allegation, legal case at the moment. So I do think he'll be available for cut price. And I certainly don't think, I don't know, I just feel like he's taken his foot off the gas with Brighton. I think his mind's in the ejection lounge. So
I think Boubacar Kamara will be an option from Marseille.
There's another one we'll link with. Anyway. But yeah,
there's so many.
Wasn't Kamara, isn't he ex-Rangers as well?
No, that's another Kamara. That's, yeah. So there's 2 Kamaras.
I wonder what's with the Italian scouting.
Look, there's good players in Serie A. I think that's definitely an area we should focus on because a lot of those Italian clubs are struggling for money.
Udinese, one of them have a really good forward. He's a dark fella. Atalanta, Zapata, I think his name. Freak.
Yes, he would be good. But again, Atalanta playing European football at the moment. I don't know if he's going to come.
Sell him the dream. We'll take him through the history cupboard.
That's it. That's a good idea. And they might miss out in Europe, actually, for next season. So that could be an option. All right. But thanks again, Tommy. And looking forward to seeing you in Brisbane in July.
So
yeah, it's going to be great, mate. Looking forward to it. And
we are going to be rocking. We've got some wild fans, honestly.
I know. There's going to be heaps of us. We've sold our allocation quickly and they've released more.
Hours. Because I couldn't even buy in the Villa section. I had to buy just a bit out of it.
And they've released more Villa sections as well. So, yeah, we're going to take over Brisbane. Looking forward to that. But, yep, thanks again for all watching. And we will see you after the Burnley game. Take it easy. Up the Villa, boys. See ya.